Hey everyone, Nate here from Protoculture.
I'm Richie. You may know me as Dirty Secrets or as Atkins.
This is Paul. I make music and sounds as P. Lask and Man from Another Place.
I want to let you know about our massive house takeover month at Sonic Academy.
So over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at all things house.
With some amazing masterclasses, tips and tricks, and house essentials that you need to know to make your own house banger.
There's going to be interviews with some massive names on the scene,
giving us an insight into their production processes.
And Sonic Academy has asked me to create a brand new house track.
And don't forget that we have a remix competition where you can win £500.
£500 cash.
Yes, £500.
And a release on Sonic Academy Records.
We also have some amazing new Anna and Kick 2 packs,
along with a big house DNA sample pack.
So enroll today and keep up to date
with everything going on at Sonic Academy.
So stick around and I will take you on this journey through house.
Cheers.
Hi folks and welcome along to our live show where we're going to be announcing the competition winners tonight. I'm joined with Chris as always. How are you, Chris?
I am very good, very good. I feel nice and fresh and clean because I've just recently had a haircut.
Very sexy.
Very sexy. I was wearing baseball hats and hats to cover my stupidly long greying hair, you know. So
I need to do with a haircut myself.
Yes, I'm sure every man is the same. We could all be doing haircuts. How are you anyway?
Good. Just working away, making plugins.
So welcome along to the live show. This is where we do the winners reveal. I hope you all enjoyed the month-long events we had with House. Thank you to everyone who entered. Some really interesting entries this time. So House is something. How would you describe House at the moment, Phil? It's very fractured, isn't it? There's quite lots of different. There's no sort of one definitive genre.
It's always kind of been that way, you know. It sort of spans quite a broad spectrum of music, but there is that sort of that chunky kicks and big hats thing that sort of has always been there, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's a genre that's never, trance sometimes, has, peaks and troughs. House is always very stable, isn't it? It's always there. There's always house clubs. It's very radio friendly as well. It's, something easy to promote.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was at a track. It was Stevie Boyd posted from. Stevie Boyd's obviously, if you live locally, you'll know him from the big club in town,
which he owns.
Yeah, Thompson's Garage. But yeah,
big house club.
He posted DeLacy Hideaway, the Deep Dish remix.
Yes.
Oh, man, that was peak house for me. I always remember that track. But that still has that like real chunky sort of drum vibe. You know what I mean? That it's maybe a bit more tribal than you would get nowadays. But
if you don't know the track, go back and look it up. It is Deep Dish, DeLacy Hideaway. From the moment it opens up, the drums are just like, I always remember such a groove, big fat drums, and then this amazing, incredible vocal.
Yeah,
I know. I always loved the music as well. That boom, boom, boom. There was just brilliant bass lines and brilliant sort of organs and stuff.
He posted on his thing, and I watched the YouTube video, and it genuinely gave me flashbacks. I was like, remember?
A famous Man United footballer was in there recently and got into a lot of trouble.
Yes, that's right.
So, welcome to everybody on the chat. So we've got Paddy Freethinker, thank you for your entry. We have got Tom Yoxie, Take a Light, hello. Will, Edwin, how you doing? And Helix Holmes, hope you're all enjoying being with us. So yeah, it's the end of the house takeover. We've had all the entries come in. We've had a listen and we've picked our top three. And again, some really good entries and really hard. Few people going, this should be one, no, this should be one, this should be two.
Yeah, there was some really good ideas that were maybe just let down by the mixes a bit. So if you are one of the entrants, maybe something you should have a look at on the site for tutorials. And maybe some of them were just, it could be your home systems or whatever you're listening on, but some are quite harsh and sort of mids and stuff. So just keep an eye out for that when you're doing your.
Paddy, yours was it was in the mix. It just didn't make the top three, but it was up there. So it was one of the better mixes, Freethinkers Inc. So well done on submitting that, and we really, really enjoyed it. So any other news? Well, Phil?
Any other news?
Plugins. How are we getting on with plugins?
Good. Kick 3 is thereabouts. I think we're pretty much on the final stages, ready for beta soon.
Yep, and we've got a little plugin coming beta very very soon. We chorus effect.
Yeah.
I can't remember. We might have mentioned it
I
2
think we
weeks
showed it
ago.
on the show, a couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yes.
Juno 60, and then we have our reverb plugin Vela, which will be coming soon. It's sort of underway. We're just waiting on sort of the graphic side of it now. We've got all the sort of tech done, sounding
Brilliant.
really cool. Some really nice reverb sounds, really useful, and you can do some crazy shit that you can't do with other reverbs. So yeah, it's coming along nicely.
So hopefully you'll start to see plugins coming quicker, thicker, and faster from us. Where we've had loads in development, and they're all coming towards the end, and hopefully get them out soon.
Yeah.
And we'll do. I think we'll do live shows when they come out, and we'll show them
Absolutely, yeah.
working and stuff. What we want to do is probably in between these takeovers is we'll do a podcasty show where me and Phil once a month will get together and chat with you guys. We'll be on social medias and on Discord. We will be asking for questions. So if there's a question you want answered or something you're being stuck on, get them in and we'll try and answer them. Be it business or how to do this, how to do that, production wise, or how do I get my career off the ground? How do you get out of loops? How do you, even things where we can discuss, So
also if you're not joined up to the Discord, have a look at that. Do we have a link? Can we have a link to the Discord?
I'll get you a link for the Discord. If you just keep filling, I'll see if I can. I don't know.
Yeah. So Mars Tech is asking about behind the scenes in plugin development. It's kind of tricky. So essentially, what happens is I sort of come up with the initial designs, the sort of wireframes and the idea, and then we have our main designer, Nenad, who sort of finesses those designs or comes up with his own designs quite often to make it look really cool. And then we have Simon and Charles, who are the sort of lead developers, and they sort of make the plugins. And then when they're sort of ready, me and Chris do all the presets and all that kind of stuff. So that's basically the flow. It's not. I wouldn't say it'd be an exciting video to make because it is sort of slow, technical. Coding is done in C++. Yeah, we use the Juice framework. So if you're thinking about getting into coding, Juice framework for plugins is the way to go. It's got all the libraries for all the main sort of VSTs, AUs. I think that new one, Clap, as well, and all that stuff. I've tried a couple of times to get into the actual coding side of things, but it's definitely above my pay grade. I'm just not. My brain doesn't work that way.
It's somebody had like a coder had said to me, he said, look, it's like using a language, like French. If you don't use it every single day, it just goes. You just get out of the way of it.
Exactly.
So I don't think you can dip in and out of coding that particularly easy.
No, you need to be there every day doing it. It's one of those things. It's like so it was used to be the same with me with like Photoshop and all that sort of stuff. If you're not like there every day, you forget how everything works. But
no, it's good. It's good. So yeah, that's kind of it's not a fast-paced sort of environment, coding and plugin development.
No, it takes a long time. Sort of.
It does.
It can be excruciating, but.
And you can go down paths that you go, no, this isn't right, and then you have to put on the reverse.
Yeah, I think as well, especially because we're sort of on our third iteration of Kick, there's an expectation and there's a quality level that we need to achieve to sort of make it, excel, So I think we've really upped the game with Kick 3 in terms of, the look and feel, the technology behind it. There's some really, really cool new things that are sort of more advanced than we've ever had.
I think the biggest thing that we, from the starting out, was we can't make this worse. If you know what I mean? We have to be very careful, to make it. It's such a brilliant plugin to use and so easy to use. It took a lot of work to try and get it. Look, let's add new features, but let's not make this worse to use. Let's still make this,
I know, it's a big concern because it's such a popular used plugin. So
I'd say an iconic plugin.
Iconic, yeah.
It definitely is iconic. But we're really excited, absolutely excited. I think we've got things in it that are going to blow people's minds, and we're kind of really chomping at the bit to get it out because it looks amazing, and some of the new features are just like, yeah, we got it. So, SA76 again. I don't know. We posted in socials. There was a review on YouTube from these guys in studios.
I'm gonna do a wee. Are you
Flash.
ready?
Is it like a flash?
Are you ready?
Is it like? Yeah. Okay.
Did you see that?
I didn't even see it. Oh, did you see that? There you go.
There you go.
Do not rewind this video and pause. So there you go. There's a quick flash. But yeah, people, we definitely I've had.
There's no point talking anymore, Chris, because everyone will have just paused the video.
Oh, right, okay. Well, no. SE76, yeah, people love it. So hopefully, Juno, we're quite happy it's Neil. Is it good? It's going into Anna at some stage, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a build with it in it. Yeah, so.
Oh, you have a secret
I have
build?
a secret build with it in it. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So it is. It is very cool. Yeah.
That's what it was built. It was because we wanted more synthwavy stuff, that epic-y synthwavy stuff in Anna.
Yeah.
So.
The other thing was when I was doing the JP preset. So I've got a JP beside me, and I've been sort of reverse engineering it a bit. And the chorus on it is very similar to the Juno chorus vibe, so it sort of ties in with that as well.
Where did you get the
should
JP?
we make a JP? It's my old one, my broken one, but it does actually still work.
You sold it to somebody who said it was broken, sent it back.
Yeah,
and...
Bluff Monkey.
Okay.
Bluff Monkey had it for a bit and sent it back saying it was broken. It is a bit broken.
How's it a bit broken?
Some of the pots are just a bit wobbly, and it is the pots. I checked into it and measured them, and they are fluctuating.
Oh, okay.
But the pots are like an old weird type, so they're like 15 quid each to buy to replace. So I'm gonna have to do that at some point. They're hard to get. But yeah, should we make it? I'd love to make a JP plugin. Do you know, just like something.
But it's never really been done.
The super soul. I think your man did it, didn't he? Zazbo.
Adam Zazbo.
Adam Zazbo, yeah.
But I'm nearly sure.
It's
could be
only
wrong.
PC,
only,
yeah.
and it was 32-bit at one stage.
Yeah, I think he did it, and like there used to be that program like Synth Maker or something. I think he maybe did it through that.
Which was Synthmaster's based on or something, isn't it?
Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Could be making that up completely.
Could be making that up. Anyway, look, it's enough of us wittering on. That's I would love to see a JP. I don't think I think that would be really brilliantly received. Tell us in the comments. Do you think you would like a JP 8000 plugin?
Okay, shall we?
Should we go over to what do you call it? AB metric AB.
Yeah.
Yep. So we do this in the proper reverse third first order. So in. Classic Phil.
Okay, in third, you're gonna have to tell me because I don't know. Because you just sent me a blank file.
In third place, he's on the chat. He's always in around there, and he gets 50 quid voucher. It is Mr. Just play it, and we'll keep you there. Mr. Pink Pamplemousse.
Hopefully the audio's okay.
So again, another brilliantly solid mix.
Very funky. Very funky track.
Mr. Pamplemousse, have you ever won? Is it always third?
I think he has one.
I think he's won. I could be wrong.
Oh, he's never
won.
Yeah, great track. So I think did Pink come second, but his track was that good. We said, could we release it anyway? Was that what happened?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So classic sounds, really tough kick, really solid bass, bit of a wah guitar, the drums, interesting arrangement, interesting use of the vocal, all good stuff, you know.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Better. Cool. Shall we go for number 2?
Yeah.
Yes. Says
Yes.
Thanks for the tip on the kick. Yeah, I said to make a slightly tougher kick. But
Yeah, that's much better. Or maybe play the break, play the build. Oh. Love that snare sound. Very classic house.
yeah.
Then the high string. So yeah, all good stuff. Well done.
Yep, good shit. Okay, and in second place. Hold on, let's go from the start.
So if you're in the chat, Mr. Blend74 or Miss Blend74, or they,
just very housey, very strong, just groove. Really nice mix.
it's a nice pool vibes for me.
Yeah.
This was like, it's been really awful weather here, and it's just like, when I heard this, like, I just want to get some sunshine and lazy vibes, like a lazy sort of Sunday pool party vibe for me. An interesting take on the vocal compared to Pink Pamplemousse. His is quite upfront and aggressive, and this feels very laid back.
Yeah.
So if you're in the chat, say hello, Blend74. You win £100 Sonic voucher and a copy of Anna 2 and Kick 2 if you don't have them already.
Yeah, good use of the vocal. Just simple but effective, I would say, Chris.
Yeah. It's just one of those tunes you would just, just groove along to if you were in the middle of a set.
I'm guessing he's not in the chat this evening.
No. I shall hit you up tomorrow and we'll get you sort of your prizes.
Okay, we'll go for the big
winner.
All right, I'm gonna let me see. Yeah, I'll rewind it to the start so we're not playing it halfway through.
Uh-huh.
And the winner is. Why did it not rewind? There we go.
So the winner is Funkin' Around. So a nice mix.
Another quite chill one though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what's the sort of criteria in your head? For me, it's like what one sounds the most like legit, like from a like a good house record sort of thing.
Yeah. This was just when you heard it, it just felt more polished, more believable. Like it's just like, yeah, this is there. This is something that I can actually hear. Nice mix.
Yeah, you could definitely imagine like that in a club and bopping along to it in a club.
Some cool sort of like 80s little stabs and vibes. So if you're in the chat, funkin' around, please say hello.
Right now.
Yeah, I think it's that combination of like a really good rolling groove with really nice wee transitions and like ear candy and nuggets. I think that stuff all really makes such a massive difference. Yeah, every 4-8 bars is just nice wee sort of.
I like the sort of chord elements coming in here.
There you go. Number one, I think a deserving winner. Just very well produced and
yeah, nicely balanced. Just very polished.
Yeah, just super believable house track. So there we go.
Well done. So Phil, next. Do you want to pause up?
Yeah, I'm just a bit of background music.
All right,
Bit of
background.
background
Well,
music.
we need to turn mine on because I'll be shouting otherwise.
Oh right, yeah, because it doesn't lower
That's
your
okay.
volume.
That's okay. So the next one we're going to be doing, and it's coming along nicely, is just tell you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is Tech Tips FL Studio with James Diamond.
Do you want to play a promo of that?
At the end, do you want to play it now? It's up to you.
I will play it at the end.
Yeah, at the end, and then following week we have got an artist called. We have Nate doing How to Sound Like Monkey. If you haven't heard of Monkey, go and listen to it. Really,
good.
really cool 90s, early 90s rave vibes. Loads of stabs and loads of like rave. It's proper rave from like 92, 93 stuff. It's really cool. And then in about 6 weeks' time, we're going to do our next takeover. Maybe less than 6 weeks. I'll have to check the calendar. We're going to look at drum and bass. So
Yay!
everyone we think loves drum and bass, don't you?
Everyone loves drum and bass.
It's a massively hot genre at the moment.
Yeah.
It's huge at the moment. It's huge in America. I was on calls with a guy that manages lots of big drum and bass heads and stuff, and he was telling me, look, it's just really blown up for them stateside. Like you said, in the Midwest and stuff is just, it's massive. Where dubstep would have dominated is now drum and bass.
Yeah.
UK's big. Europe, he says, just Belgium, Holland, Germany, just lots of stuff happening. So get your breakbeats, your drum and bass heads on for the next one. Would everyone be interested in drum and bass? Would you be all?
I would.
I definitely will be. I'd be. There's some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
We have a playlist.
I think that
on...
the Chase and Status Boiler Room.
Yeah.
Epic. Absolutely epic.
We've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
That
definitely worth a watch. There's been a few other really good drum and bass ones as well. Even I think did Tom York play a couple of drum and bass tracks in his Boiler Room?
Tom York?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think it was a while ago now.
But...
So wait, what type of drum and bass are we getting?
Yeah, see, it's not liquid.
No, it's sort of more the modern sort of big bass.
There's a link there if you want to connect to the Spotify playlist that we're working from. So it's more vocally big, sort of up fun stuff. So yeah, we're building all the content for that at the moment. So hoping to bring some really brilliant artists for interviews because it's a genre we're fascinated by as well. We'll be doing a history of jungle because I was there at the start. That's
Remember Jungle? He used to make like it was before Jungle even was Jungle, wasn't it? It was more like
it was Jungle. It was Jungle. That's what drum and bass used to be called years and years ago. It was called Jungle, and I would have DJ'd when I was 17 with likes of Jumpin' Jack Frost, Colin Dale, Colin Favor, MCGQ. Back in, this is 92, 93 raves, like really early day, mad
Yeah, but
mad
the
stuff.
jungle. It
So
was there was when we were doing it. Was it not slightly slower as well? Wasn't it sort of almost?
140
Yeah,
breaks.
it was like
Yeah.
yeah, because it sort of progressed from the sort of Prodigy, the really early Prodigy stuff, and that sort of took its own thing, and then the jungle went off that way, and obviously the dance went off that way, you know, and it sort of sped up as it went. By the time it got to like LTJ Bookham and stuff, it was sort of 160s and
There is a video on YouTube of me on the radio as a 17-year-old with
right.
an F said a sampler that's sampled for
Have I seen this?
no, there's no visual,
Oh,
it's
right,
just
right.
the audio.
Oh,
It's just the audio
right? Okay.
of me playing live on a radio show, and I had a sampler that sampled for 19 seconds and a U220,
Yeah.
and I made that's what I made jungle on, and it's just like it's insane. But it's not, like I had to listen to it a few weeks ago, going, you know, as I said, like, we'd know YouTube videos, we'd know. Nobody tell us what was doing.
Yeah,
It was just...
I remember, like, I found I had my SY80. Well, first I had a Kawa K1, and I had a PSS 51.
Yes, that
The
was
wee mini
Casio.
No, it was a Yamaha PSS 51. A wee mini keys had all like the blue drum pads, but
Yeah,
but
was that?
it had like a wee 909 kick on it and like a sort of almost like a tinny snare, so you could actually get some decent like beats out of it. So that was my first thing. But then I upgraded to the SY85 in it. You could load samples into it, and I got the Then I started realizing I could take CDs from like artists and put them into my computer and like take the loops and then send them from a computer into my SY85. So I was able to like chop up breaks, and like I was just like when I figured it out, I was like, yes. I went in and got like hard floor and got all their 909, like, because they were all quite sparse drums, so I was able to like cut all the drums up and make my own 909 kit, and I was just like, that's the sound. That's the sound.
For people of a certain age, you've no idea when you listen to music and you found out what a 909 was. It was like,
yeah,
that's it.
That's the
like,
sound.
I remember I was in the studio and somebody brought this. Like, this old guy was an engineer, and he was like, I think that's a 909, and he knew somebody and he brought it up, and I remember hitting the keys.
Did Barry not have one? Do you remember Barry?
This was pre-Barry. This was
Snafu?
a pre that. So
all right.
I was in a rap act. And I played the 909, and it utterly blew my mind. My head just went, whoa! This is the hat, and I still think even today when I hear that open hat, it does something to me. It's a really
special, like, yeah,
special. So yeah, I was making that rap act actually turned into jungle. The DJ in it was brilliant, and he won the sort of mixing championships. But he started getting into this, as you say, Prodigy breaks, but kind of jungle stuff.
Yeah.
So we started sampling. The brilliant thing about the FZ1 was you could sample, but you could copy that sample and it wouldn't use up any more memory. You could chop things out of it then.
All right, okay.
So and then you were programming. I think I had Pro 12, which was the precursor to Cubase.
Yeah.
Which was there was one called Pro 24. I had the even smaller one for Pro 12. And yeah, I just happy days chopping.
Crazy.
I'll never post a link, and you'll never find it. I might maybe send it to Phil.
I got my first version of Cubase. What was I using initially? TCB Tracker was what I made my first tracks on, and it was on my Atari ST. And my mate in school I don't know why he had a sampler card for the thing, so you could put it in and you could record 12-bit audio into it. So I would just like basically plug a microphone into it and put it up to my stereo, because I didn't know you could connect it or anything. I had to put a microphone up to my stereo, and I was playing 80s dance tracks on it, and then I would cut them up into the individual sounds and program them and make these really bad dance things. That was my first, and then I figured out that this actually, because I'd always heard like Cubase or something or whatever. I was like, it must be something. So I figured it out, and eventually I went down to the local shopping centre, and there's this guy that sold MIDI cables, and I was trying to buy a MIDI cable because I was trying to hook it up to this new keyboard that I got, and I was talking to him, and he goes, I've got a wee disc here if you wanted with a few things on it. I was like, oh really? What's on it? He goes, Cubase. I'll do it for $10. And I was like, yeah. So he gave me a copied version of like Cubase 1 or Cubase 2 or whatever. So I took it home, and I didn't know what to do with it because it was like my keyboard wasn't multi-timbral or anything. You know what I mean? So it was just like I could play the piano and I could record it. So I was like, okay, that's good, but it's not doing what I wanted to do.
I need to do layers and layers and more and more.
So
That's bizarre. I had the same. It was Crimble's music shop in Belfast, and he would give me Cubase Pro 12 free, but I had to pay for the photocopying of the manual,
yes,
which
that's
was
right.
which was
Yeah.
So it was like, so that's how I got it. So it's just a mad time. That's how. Well, look at us endorsing.
Copying and all.
Copying and copying stuff.
It's not like that for you kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Just go on the internet, get your samples.
It's a genre that I started off making, so it's still, I still love hearing it. Still love hearing brilliant breakbeats, and it's the boiler rooms. The big thing I took from it, it just looks like fun. It just looks like sort of like just like a bit of crack, a bit of there's something fun about this. And Chase and Status are having the time of their lives at the moment, I'm sure. So it's so that's coming in a few weeks' time. We'll have a kick pack. We will have a sample pack. We will have an Anna 2 pack. We will have courses, interviews. We will have tech tips. Then we're going to do the history of drum and bass, just probably what we're all talking about there. And so, we'll make it another big extravaganza. Guys, if you want to hit us up on Discord, if you've anything that you want to talk about on Discord, we're on it now constantly every day. It's open, so if you want to chat on there, or if there's content that you want to see us doing as part of the takeovers to make them more eventy, or if there's something you think we're not doing, please tell us on Discord.
Will Kick 3 be ready by then? That's a good question. Are we doing an open beta? I think we might be at some point, so that might be about by then. I think we're pretty close, so we'll see.
I think the first ones to come is the little chorus effect. Because it's so small, we don't need to do a big beta for that. But Kick 3,
that'll be just going out, I think. But we still need to do a page probably on the site for it. But
I think there'll be a lot to do for Kick 3, a lot of marketing materials and stuff. So might not.
Also, I have to make 200 kicks, 200 new kicks.
New factory
bank maybe.
New factory bank. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so guys, thank you so much for joining us. We shall see you all. We'll probably next month. We'll talk to Phil. We'll decide on a second or third Wednesday of every month. We'll meet up. We'll record a chat for half an hour and we'll put it out like a podcast in between these, just to keep the chat going. All right.
Cool.
But thank you so much. Winners, thank you so much for submitting.
Well done, everyone who won, and thanks for all the other people that submitted. Lots of good stuff. And we'll leave you with the VT for next. When's the course out? The tech tips?
Tomorrow.
Okay, good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you all laters.
Hey guys, James Simons here, and welcome to this new tech tip course here on Sonic Academy. In this course, we're specifically going to be looking at the brand new version of FL Studio, which is version 21.2.2. Some of the nice tech tips we're going to be looking at is some brand new stuff towards the user interface and some more of the playlist controls, and a really cool way of creating MIDI layers in your sequencer. A very nice brand new way that FL Studio have incorporated an AI algorithm to extract stems from an existing track. And then we're going to be diving deeper and looking into how we do the updated bus groups, sidechain compression, and send effects groups. And then we've got some really cool ways that we're able to actually sample an entire VST instrument, just a single preset itself. And then next step further, we're going to be looking at how to sample a reverb also. So I hope you enjoy the course, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.